So we are the Obsessive Viewer Podcast, okay?
Obsessive?
We talk about movies and TV. So what we've been asking people to do is tell us who they are, where they're from, and what their favorite movie is, and what their favorite show is.
Favorite show?
Yeah.
Let's see here. My name's the Joker.
Of course.
I'm from Gotham City.
Of course.
Supposedly. And what was the third question?
Your favorite movie.
My favorite movie is 89 Batman. I was a little paunchy in that movie. But I think I portrayed myself very well. And there's a toss-up between that and the 66 or the 2008. Anything with my beautiful face I'm sure to absolutely love. And my favorite show would probably have to be FBI's Most Wanted because, as I said, I love to see my beautiful face, and I love it whenever I star on one of the primetime networks. All right, this is the Joker. I'm from Nerd Caliber. Yes, that's right. Nerdcaliber. Yes, I passed the first grade. and I did attend the sixth grade for a while, but that was just last week, and don't ask why I was there. And be sure to check us out and check out my stand-up routine and all of our interviews. I hope you have a very good day. Toodles!
Thank you. Hello, listeners, and welcome to another special Indy PopCon episode of the Obsessive Viewer Podcast. This one is all of the podcasters and vendors and YouTubers who visited our booth and talked to us. We got a lot of great people here. It's kind of insane. Like, you can check the show notes for timestamps and links to everyone's work, but we got, as you just heard, we got the Joker. This guy was dressed as the Joker, and it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, and he never really broke character. I never once saw him out of character, and it was amazing. You can find him at Nerd Caliber. We also got the guys from the DnDUI podcast, which I'm a personal fan of, which was kind of awesome to just meet them. They were just happening along and stop by our booth, and like I was gonna find you guys. It's awesome. There's also a guy named Jonathan Wilson that's on here, and he is a really awesome comic book artist, and he actually did some graphic design work for us before the convention. And I feel bad because his audio, it messed up right before he plugged. So if you want to find him, he's at Cloudy Sky Comics. It's his own privately, his own creation, pretty much. You can find that at cloudyskycomics.blogspot.com. I highly encourage you to check it out. We also got some friends of the show like Chris Spangle from We Are Libertarians and Pat and Tyler from the Nerds You're Looking For podcast, who we lucked out. They were right next to us. Their booth was right next to us, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, just a bunch of people. Cody from Convention Reviews, he stopped by our booth and talked to us, and like he put us on his video for the convention. I'll actually link to it in the show notes. But it was really cool because like he took the time to like zoom in on our business card and really focus in on it, and I was like, that's really cool. There's just a ton of people like the ladies from Not Another Teen Wolf podcast. They were super nice. And they were nice enough to record with us for a few minutes. Doug Spencer, he's an illustrator, colorist / vinyl artist. He and his wife were our booth mates. They were right next to us. They were the nicest people. At the end of the convention, he gave us some free decals, which was really, I got an X-Men one because I'm going through an X-Men kick. You can find him at facebook.com/doug.spencer.art. You can also check out his Tumblr at dscolor.tumblr.com. And also his DeviantArt is fablebound.deviantart.com. Really awesome guy, and it was really cool getting to know him throughout the convention. But I also wanted to mention Billy and Brandon Watch Movies. They were kind of near us in Internet Alley, and they have like this web series. I haven't checked it out yet, but they were nice enough to give us a free DVD at the end of the convention and sign it to us and everything. But they do they're local to Indianapolis. They watch movies, and then they don't reenact the movies or anything, but they let the movies influence their daily lives, and they film it, and it sounds just really awesome. And they had a really cool booth, and I wish we could have gotten them on the podcast. I don't think we did. I don't think we got them. But yeah, they seem like really cool guys, and I'm really looking forward to checking out their show. There's also Nerds Domain is in there. I think I don't remember if I mentioned that earlier. No, I didn't. Matt Quiett from Nerds Domain. It was awesome because I was not at the booth when he stopped by, and I wish I was, because he mentioned that one of his favorite shows was The Shield, and that was the only person the entire weekend that said that, and I kind of wish I could have been there, because I was like, I would have like flipped out and forced him to talk to me for 20 minutes about it. But they have a really good episode where they interview Candace McClure from Battlestar Galactica and Hemlock Grove. It's a really good episode. It's a really great interview. She seems super nice. I'm missing some from here. We also got Chad from The Secular Perspective, our tiny side project. Chad's a good friend of mine, and we were glad to have him on. But anyway, I'll let you get to these interviews. I just edited them all together, so they'll just be a long string of them. You can check the show notes for timestamps and links to the different places for them. Also, at the end of this episode, about halfway through, actually, we do a review of Blended, which we went and saw Friday night after the convention. It was the first time the three of us sat and watched a movie together and then reviewed it the next day. It was awesome. I wish we could do it more, but logistics and all. This is actually the kickoff of our Summer of Sandler series, which you can try to say 4 times fast. But we're going to be, in the coming weeks, we're going to be examining the entire career of Adam Sandler. You'll hear more about it in the review of Blended, but we had some differing opinions on it. It's a good chat. Yeah, other than that, check us out on obsessiveviewer.com, all the blog articles, all that stuff. You can email us at matt@obsessiveviewer, tiny@obsessiveviewer, or mike@obsessiveviewer. You can also check out Shocktober and Irvington.com. I'm working on making it its actual site right now. It just takes you to Obsessive Viewer, but we are working on getting all of the logistics and all the details ready for Shocktober in Irvington, and I'm terrified of it because now that we've made an announcement about it, it's real and it's happening. I can't wait. I'm excited and I'm nervous. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Of course, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, @ObsessiveViewer, @ObsessiveTiny, at I am Mike White. And then, rate and review us on iTunes. That helps out a lot. All right, well, I'll let you get to all of our awesome podcasters, vendors, and YouTube interviews from the convention. Enjoy.
Okay. So go ahead and say your name, where you're from. You can even say your podcast name, please.
Rock and roll.
What are your 3 movies and 3 TV shows?
My name is Adriano from podcast DnDUI, and I can say top 2, The Prestige.
Nice.
Right?
Okay.
And Nacho Libre. Totally different movies, but
absolutely.
equally good in their own respect.
That's funny.
I think one, love the mind and the other one, just the irreverent humor, the awkward humor where things go on too long, awkward pauses. Very my style.
Awesome. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Remo Williams. I am from the DnDUI podcast. My top 2 favorite movies would be Fight Club. Would be maybe number 1, number
Excellent.
2, which is a very common one, probably.
Sure, for a reason.
For a reason, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good performance there, and also Beautiful Mind.
Awesome.
I like Beautiful Mind.
Nice. Sweet. Very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is CJ, and I'm here with DnDUI as well. This was a crippling question that just sent me into like this.
It always is.
Yeah, insanely difficult thought process. Sorry. And my top 2 movies. I would pick The Great Beauty, La Grande Bellezza, the Italian film that came out last year, and another Nolan flick like Adriano, Memento.
Awesome.
Memento's a great flick.
Very cool.
And then favorite TV shows, Sopranos for the writing, and True Detective for the writing and cinematography, and absolutely every aspect of that show is incredible.
Excellent.
I can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Yeah.
We actually have an episode devoted to Christopher Nolan, where where we talked about each movie, and
really?
we cut it together in memento style. So
That's super cool.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was so much work because there were snags sitting along it, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Is it titled like the Nolan episode? Or?
Yeah, it's the
Chris Nolan retrospective.
I
think it's on that over there.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm going to listen to that for sure.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Good talking to you guys.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Hi, my name is Mike Trent. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm actually with the Indiana Toy and Comic Expo, who's coming up in a couple months.
Oh, very cool.
And my favorite movie right now, I'm going to go with Avengers. It changes every month.
Excellent.
Those are loaded questions.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Tyler. I'm from the Kansas City area. I'm here.
Kansas City?
Yeah, for Project Nerd. Yeah, we're out of Kansas City.
Oh, cool. And what's Project Nerd about?
Project Nerd, we are just a basic nerd blog. We have a podcast about all things nerdy. We do reviews of movies, books, video games, comic books, and then we also do a lot of convention coverage. Like we go to cons all season and meet people, take pictures, interview people, stuff like that.
Very cool. What's your? Do you have a website? Is it projectnerd.com?
Project-nerd.com.
Awesome. So, what's your favorite movie? Favorite TV show? Go.
Oh man, that's a loaded question.
Too slow.
Favorite movie? I'm going to go with. It depends on what day you ask me, but I would say more often than not, probably Blade Runner.
Nice. Awesome. That's the first Blade Runner we've gotten today.
Really?
Yeah.
Blade Runner's definitely up there.
Okay, cool. Which edition?
Probably the final cut.
Final cut?
It's tough. I saw the original, the theatrical cut so many times before the other ones had come out.
Right.
The director's cut, but the final cut is pretty good.
Cool. And your favorite show? Do you have one?
I don't know if I can do a favorite TV show. Let's go with... I don't even know. Scrubs, maybe?
Okay. That's for Scrubs, too. I like it. Cool. All right, well, thanks for stopping by, man.
Not a problem.
It. Cool.
Jonathan Wilson of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Nice. All right, what's your favorite movie?
Well, there are so many. I would have to go for Black Swan.
Okay, nice. Aronofsky?
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. Favorite TV show?
Well, it's not on air anymore, but it's one of my favorites, Fringe.
Okay, Fringe. Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet. Tiny has. Yeah, he liked it. Nice. Yeah, and you guys are from the Not Another Teen Wolf podcast, correct?
Yes,
yeah?
yes, we are.
So why don't you say your names, Twitter handles, all that stuff, anything?
I'm Courtney. It's Twitter, CourtneyGuy85.
Okay.
I'm Donya, and my Twitter handle is virtual_Don.
Okay.
And my name is Karen, and my Twitter handle is Karen_Rot, ROUGHT.
Awesome. So, tell me about the Not Another Teen Wolf podcast, because I have to admit I haven't watched Teen Wolf. I haven't seen it. I have friends that love it. So tell me about your podcast.
Do you want to go because you started it?
Yeah. It actually started as kind of a joke because another friend of ours, Natalie, and I were talking about how much we loved it, and it wasn't being covered on Hypeable.com, the website that we write for. So we were like, we're just going to make a podcast, and you guys can't stop us. And we kind of ended up doing exactly that, and it grew into this thing that we didn't realize it would grow into, and now we have 5 people on it, and we just basically talk about the show, do recaps, do what we call bite-sized episodes where we talk about different mini topics and even interview some of the cast or bigger fans of the show.
That's great. Wow. Yeah, I know you guys are getting huge. I mean, I have friends who listen to you, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's
really?
yeah. I'm like, that's so cool. Why don't you listen to us? But that's fine. No, that's great. So what we're doing is we're asking people for their favorite movies and their favorite TV shows. Do you guys want to give your favorite TV show first?
Actually, it would be obvious that it's Teen Wolf, but mine's a tie between Teen Wolf and The Walking Dead.
Okay, nice.
TV show is good. Yeah, because the obvious would be Teen Wolf. The obvious would be Teen Wolf.
Right.
Oh, it's a toss-up between Firefly and Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, nice.
So we're going old school too.
Oh, I go old school.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Yeah. Teen Wolf is like number one right now, but
it's okay.
Yeah. But I loved Charmed when it was on. That was like huge for me.
Buffy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Buffy.
Not on air Buffy.
Nice. How about movies? What are your guys' favorite movies?
The hard one.
Yes.
I'm the one that's obsessed with Disney, so any old school Disney animated movie.
Nice.
Probably The Princess Bride is the one that I come back and watch over and over.
Nice.
So.
Awesome.
Movies are really hard because I'm obsessed with movies, but right now I'm going to say Iron Man 3, and I know a lot of people are not going to like that.
Thank you.
Really?
Yes, we both loved it.
It is so good.
It really is.
Good.
She's like poetry.
It's just the way that they've built Tony and like kind of broken him down, and now he's kind of becoming like this better person, and it's like getting teary-eyed. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Safe space.
It's okay. I'm throwing my lot in with Captain America. So
Yeah.
Nice. Are you guys local to Indianapolis, or are you
No,
from?
we're from all over.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. That's cool.
Yeah, we have two that are outside the U.S.
Really?
And
Oh yeah.
I'm from New York, and I'm from Louisiana, and we have one that's in Virginia.
Oh
and
wow.
The other's in Australia. So.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, congratulations on all your success and everything.
Thank
and,
you.
If I remember correctly, you guys are moderating a panel. Is that
Yes,
what you're
we
doing?
are.
Yeah. Is that when is that going to be?
That's tomorrow. It's
Tomorrow?
at 2:00.
Nice.
And
okay.
that's going to be with Keahu, who plays Danny from the show.
Okay, great. Wow. Well, good luck with that. That's
Thank you
so
so
awesome.
much.
Yeah.
The blue one, too.
Oh yeah. No, that one's mine. Totally mine.
You've already claimed them?
Yes. So Chris Spangle of We Are Libertarians.
Hey, it's
Everything else.
nice to be here.
Yes, you're like our technical advisor.
I know. It's nice to be with the official versions of the Indy PopCon convention. You guys
that
are doing
is
a great
saying
job
something.
representing them. Yeah.
Thank you. So we're asking people favorite movie, favorite TV show. Favorite
man.
movie, go.
Favorite movie. See, I'm not a huge movie person. I have ADD, so it's hard for me to sit still for 2 hours.
Okay.
And I generally play with my phone now. Gun to my head, I would have to say maybe Animal House.
Okay.
Or The Great Outdoors.
Nice.
So,
good pick.
listen,
John Candy.
I look like John Candy, so I've got to go with John Candy. Fat man support here. So,
Nice.
favorite TV show. Sorry, I got distracted.
Right.
Lots of cosplay around here.
Lot of cosplay.
Excellent.
It's amazing.
But favorite TV show, my top 5
All right.
is maybe Sopranos, Mad Men, Breaking Bad, The Wire, and The Tudors.
Okay, nice.
But I think Mad Men is probably my favorite TV show of all time.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
something about it. The way that it's shot is like a work of art. The characters are interesting. You want to be Don Draper, most of the time, and his character over the arc of the last season, especially, he's kind of gone from a despicable human being last season into somebody that you'd actually like and would like to be. So it's the total opposite of Breaking Bad, where it starts out as this great guy that devolves into this
Right.
monster, whereas Draper was sort of a moral monster trying to evolve into a good person. So I really like that. I like the redeeming quality of it. And The Sopranos and The Wire are like tied for me. So those 4 shows really are the cream of the crop.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah.
But
how are you feeling about like the current episodes airing of Mad Men?
the thing with Mad Men is it's not a home run every time.
Okay.
So there's always this setup episode. So every season there's 2 or 3 reset episodes that are kind of dry. There's not a lot that happens. But then you get the episode last time where not the last one, but the second to last, where he walks into the cigarette meeting and you're just like, holy cow, Draper's back. And then the last one where Roger takes charge and puts together this deal to prove Bert wrong, that he's not a leader. And then the weird ending with Bert was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. It was just so random and awkward. I don't know if you watched it, but
I haven't. I kind of gave up after 3 seasons.
I'm trying not to spoil too much, but
Right.
yeah, it really is. It's been a great season. I mean, it's really It's not what it was really first and second season.
Sure.
Because they've kind of gotten away from the business of advertising, which is sort of what I liked. But, now it's more about the characters. So
Okay, great.
But, yeah, I've enjoyed the season, and it's better than last season, I think.
That's good.
So
Okay. Where can we find you online, all that stuff?
You can find me on Twitter at Chris Spangle, Spangle. Find me on Facebook. Go to wearelibertarians.com. Go to on Twitter, We Are Libertarians, the letter R, and then also follow Bob and Tom, BOBANDTOM. So that's my day job.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Spangle.
All right, guys.
All right. So, well, first of all, just introduce yourself. You're you got a booth here.
I'm Justin Baker at Circle City Ghostbusters, booth 745, I think.
All right, and what all do you guys do there?
We do a charity work. The charity we're working with this weekend is Indy Honor Flights to help get our World War II vets out to D.C. to see the World War II Memorial. And
awesome.
The average age of a World War II veteran is about 90, so we're trying to get as many of them out there as possible to see the memorial that's for them.
Nice. Okay, and is there a website that we can go to for that?
Should be IndyHonorFlight.com, I think. You just Google it.
Okay, yeah. It'll be in the show notes.
I'm terrible
of the
at this.
That's all right.
I'm not prepared. I didn't know I was going to do this.
That's all good. So tell us, what's your favorite movie? I have a sneaking suspicion.
Of all time? Really? You know what I was talking about yesterday was Starship Troopers.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, surprise, huh?
I haven't seen it yet, but
where,
I know.
Okay, what planet do you live on? Because apparently you're just visiting Earth for the weekend. If that's the case, I can sit you down and give you some good movies to watch.
Okay, nice. Right on. All right, so Starship Troopers. How about favorite TV show?
Oh, TV show?
Yeah.
Right now it's kind of Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yes. Have you seen Hodor?
Yes, the giant. The half-giant Hodor. Yes,
giant.
Kevin Narn.
Yeah.
And Esme Bianca.
Esme Bianca. Oh, wow. That just made me think, I don't know how...
She's even more beautiful in person than she is on television.
It's ridiculous.
And she's naked on television.
I know, right?
And I'm still, I'd rather see her clothed in person.
Yeah. I'm, terrified to even,
Do I go over there and say hello? I don't know. I don't have the money to do that. It's
I know.
It's $30 to talk to me. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Is it $30?
I think it's $30 for a signature, yeah.
Okay. What about a lifetime of happiness? How much is that?
You got it right here. You can see them from. You can just stare.
Yeah. Nice.
And we're right next to Kevin Eastman, the creator of Ninja Turtles.
Nice. He had you watch his table for him, didn't he?
Yes, I did watch his table for him.
Nice.
I was very happy. It's he wants me to watch his table.
Yeah, we're basically best friends.
We're besties now.
Yeah.
We like to snuggle sometimes when we get cold at night.
Right. Nice. All right, well, yeah, thanks for stopping by, man.
Anytime. I love talking a lot. I don't know why.
Nice. Are you you're local to Indianapolis?
Look,
Circle
I live
City.
out, and I'm not going to tell people come after me. I live somewhere in Indianapolis or around in the surrounding cities and counties.
Nice. Well, we're doing this benefit thing for local aspiring filmmakers. It's all still
down
in the
the Irvington
pages.
Theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're getting the theater for October 17th. We're going to hopefully have aspiring filmmakers submit short films, like horror films and stuff. And we're going to screen them and have a mock award ceremony.
That would be great.
Yeah, also costume contests and
we're not gonna,
stuff like that.
We're not going to win. We never get better than third place because there's always a beautiful woman that has a low-cut outfit.
That will skew
and
it
I will
a
vote
bit.
for them. You use what you got, and what you've got is power.
Okay, so first of all, what is your name and where are you from?
My name is Chad Huber. I'm from here in Indianapolis.
One of our contributors to the Secular Perspective.
Absolutely, go team TSP.
And we'll have you on OV sometime, definitely.
Yeah.
You look hesitant. You hesitated to come on Obsessive Viewer.
Oh, no, not at all. Actually, I would love to, actually.
Nice.
It's just finding the time.
Yeah. So, we've been asking everybody, favorite movie, favorite TV show.
My favorite movie, I would almost have to go with Kevin Smith's Clerks.
Nice.
Just because I kind of grew up working in a video store for a long time, and so it really resonates with me a lot.
Nice.
As far as favorite TV show, I've got a lot of them.
Yeah.
The ones that get recorded, of course, I never get to watch a lot of live TV anymore. It's always going back and watching the DVR later.
Uh-huh.
But the big stuff that gets recorded for me is Walking Dead, Mad Men. We actually watch Glee It's kind of iffy on it, but I'm sticking with it through the end now just because I'm this far in.
Okay.
New Girl. Actually a big fan of New Girl.
Okay, cool. I like it too.
What else have we watched? Bones. We watch a lot of Bones.
Okay, nice.
That's really just the stuff that my wife and I will sit down and watch.
Which Batman do you watch? Animated?
You said Batman?
Didn't you say that? Didn't you say Batman?
I do like Batman the animated series.
I thought that's one of the ones you said.
I said Bones.
I can't remember.
I can't remember what I said now. Mad Men.
Mad Men.
Mad Men is what I said. Not
which
Batman,
Mad Men?
Sorry. Which Mad Men? Big fan of the Don Draper.
Oh yeah, gotta be.
I don't like their splitting the final season up into two seasons.
Kind of cheap.
I mean, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to get an Emmy for somebody.
Yeah,
but go about it the right way. I kind of feel they're trying to cheat the system in a sense.
Let the art speak for itself.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't get one, you don't get one.
Right.
Just let us get some closure to this. That's really my thought on it. But,
that's cool.
That's whatever.
All right, well, thanks for stopping by, man.
I appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys are having a good time and,
it's awesome.
and meeting a lot of new people here. I've definitely seen a lot of cool stuff. You guys have got an awesome location here.
Yeah, we love it.
There's a lot of celebrities nearby, right across the way.
It's been rough staring at Esme Bianco all day.
I can imagine. Yeah. I can see how that might strain on you after a while. I'm really digging the cosplayer next to you. For those of you listening, we've got a chick. Has anybody described this yet at all?
No, we haven't.
We've got a chick to as I'm standing in front of Matt and Tiny here. To my right, we have a very nice looking slave Leia.
Yeah,
that I really need to get a picture with. If nothing else, just to piss my wife off.
Her name is Rachel Moore. She's really awesome.
I talked to her briefly earlier. It's like I recognize some of her pictures that she had on the table, like from being on Reddit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I may have to go back over. She looks very cold. I mentioned to her, I was like, you look like you've got to be freezing. She's like, I think the air conditioner's like right above me. She's like, I'm freezing. Like, I got somebody to get me coffee right now. I was like, wow. You kind of almost have to expect it.
You have to sacrifice comfort for authenticity.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's for the art, people.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I am all for the arts, I must say.
Awesome.
So I will wrap it up. Another quick plug. Matt and Anthony and I do, the secular perspective.
Yep.
So
it's our little side project.
We encourage people to, go over that way. Check us out there. So Thank you much. Hope everybody has a good time.
All right. Thanks, Chad.
All right, we got Pat from the Nerds You're Looking For podcast at the Nerds Podcast, thenerdspodcast.com, all that. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty well. It's been a fun event. I'm really glad that we came out.
It's been a blast, and you're like right next to us. So
that was
awesome.
That was a pleasant surprise. Even though your banner is completely obstructing our view, and the other podcasts are complaining as well. So. Where there might be a mutiny.
More power to them. So what we're doing is we're asking people favorite movie, favorite TV show. So, yeah.
Favorite movie is easy. That's the original Planet of the Apes.
Right, yes. You're a huge fan of the franchise.
The franchise as a whole is amazing. Battle for the Planet of the Apes, not so much, but the rest of them are great. The original, that's classic.
Yeah.
I love sci-fi, so the sci-fi aspect of it is awesome. The makeup and effects for that time is amazing.
Nice.
And I'm definitely one for social satire.
Yeah.
I want a movie, not only did it have cool special effects and cool makeup and whatnot, and it had a cool concept, but it had that substance behind it, the social satire. So I definitely appreciated it a little bit more for that. And the ending is iconic, but even without the ending, you've already got me. So
cool. So and of course you're looking forward to Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Of course, yes. There is these Dawn of the Planet of the Apes action figures that every time I go to the bathroom, it's the booth right there. And I'm just like, oh, man, the $25 a piece is a little bit steep for me for an action figure that I would just hang somewhere. So,
Sure.
Because I'm a grown man and I don't play with toys anymore.
Well, but collect them.
Favorite TV show. Ugh.
Yes.
That's a little bit tougher.
Uh-huh.
I kind of go back and forth between Arrested Development and Seinfeld.
Nice.
But I got to go with Seinfeld.
Okay.
I mean, it's great.
Cool. Have we talked about season 4 of Arrested Development yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I liked it. The only problem with it that I had is because of the format, which I appreciated because it's different.
Yeah.
I like different. So I definitely give them credit for that. But it just felt like you were going back every episode. You were seeing the same thing. I mean, you were seeing it from a different perspective, but at the same time, it was just like...
It was a little jarring.
Yeah, it was... You've already seen this before, sort of thing. I definitely enjoyed it. The Job episode, oh my God.
So awesome.
I was in tears laughing.
So great.
I actually watched it one night, and my wife was sleeping because she had to work the next night, or the next day, and she kept bitching to me because I kept waking her up from laughter.
Awesome.
So, yeah, that's definitely... Seinfeld is my favorite TV show, and Planet of the Apes, the original, is my favorite /
Nice. And to reiterate, where can we find you anywhere?
Twitter, Facebook, at the Nerds Podcast, Facebook, the Nerds / the Nerds Podcast, nerdspodcast.com, our companion blog. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio. Pretty much, if there's a podcast directory that you guys use, we're on it.
Perfect. Awesome.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, man. So here we have Tyler Hunt from the Nerds You're Looking For podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Where can we find you on Twitter and all that stuff?
Well, I guess I should probably plug the podcast Twitter, not my personal Twitter. So we're at the Nerds Podcast.
All right.
TheNerdsPodcast.com.
All right. And what we're doing is we're asking people for their favorite movie and their favorite TV show. So if you want to take a minute, I know it's hard to kind of narrow it down, but
well, the movie part, I know right off the bat. So my favorite movie is The Godfather.
Nice. Very nice.
Not only is that my favorite movie, but just tying into the obsessive book nerd, it's my favorite book as well.
Nice.
I've been around it for longer than I probably should have as a kid. Half of my family is Italian, and just because it's that kind of movie, they all love The Godfather, and every holiday it seems to be playing. So it's been around me forever, and I just kind of grew up with it. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah, I remember hearing. I don't know if it was on the episode that I was on of your guys' show, but
might have been.
I distinctly remember you talking about that and how, I just thought it was interesting that, I haven't read the book. I love the movie; it's fantastic.
Yeah,
but I'm really interested to read the book too. I on Reddit months ago there was a picture of Francis Ford Coppola's copy of the book that he tore out the pages, taped them to, I think this was it, taped it to just construction paper or something and made notes.
I think I've seen those pictures.
It was
That's
amazing.
Awesome.
I was just the level of detail there. So
I really want to read Mario Puzo's other stuff too. I've only read The Godfather, but he has so many books out.
Yeah.
I own The Sicilian, I just haven't read it yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. So what about TV shows?
Oh, that's a tough one. If you would have asked me a few years ago, it would have been easy. I would have said Dexter. But but that show kind of got ruined. So I guess I don't really have a favorite TV show right now, to be honest. For so long it was Dexter, and I can't think of anything.
Sure.
Because I really can't say Dexter. They really screwed the pooch on that last season.
Yeah.
I tolerated some of the later seasons more than other people did.
Okay.
It was just really that last season, specifically the last 2 or 3 episodes that kind of did it in for me.
Yeah, I heard that. I was never a big fan of Dexter,
were you
but
not?
Yeah, I couldn't get into the first season.
Yeah.
Much to Mike's chagrin. But I just couldn't get into it, but I know that a lot of people were into it, and it's just, I'm just surprised how poorly they handled it from what I've heard.
It's I don't know. I read a recent interview with Michael C. Hall, and he seemed to kind of admit that they didn't do it right. He kind of, I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't say what he wished would have happened. But, they I don't know what the deal was. I guess they were trying to make everybody happy, and instead they made nobody happy.
See, that's kind of the same deal that How I Met Your Mother did, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, God.
That's exactly
finale.
what they tried to do. That's like the perfect reasoning for everybody was supposed to get what they wanted, but instead nobody was happy.
Exactly. It was just such a disaster. So, well, thanks for being on.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah. Once again, where can we find you online?
At the Nerds Podcast, thenerdspodcast.com.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay, I'm here with my friend Wendy. She does Tiny T-Rex Studios is the name of her studio. She does a lot of anime and stuff like that. Tell me, what's your favorite movie and your favorite TV show?
Well, I'm going to cheat. I have two favorite movies of all time. First is Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that kind of framed my childhood, although it made a different impact when I was an adult. It's still a great movie. My other is The Fifth Element, just because it's crazy and a lot of fun. And, Gary Oldman chewing scenery is always good. Favorite TV show is tough. Well, because it is PopCon and it's on my mind, I probably do have to say Mystery Science Theater 3000. I got an autograph from Joel and I fangirled all day, so...
Perfect. Yeah, I love Luke Besson. I'm a big fan of the Fifth Element movies, so yeah. And what's your website and your email and stuff, or Twitter, or whatever you want to plug?
My website's still a work in progress, but it is tinytrexstudios.com. And that's got a link to my Tumblr, my DeviantArt, all that stuff. So
awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, now I'm here with Kristie from Crash Bang Labs. She does a lot of artwork, anime type stuff. So what's your favorite movie and your favorite TV show?
All right, well, mine's a little bit more recent because my favorite movies and TV shows tend to bounce from year to year. My current favorite movie, as I'm a fan of animation, is actually the Lego Movie because it made me laugh so much, and I probably saw it 3 times in the theater, and I can't wait for the movie to come out on DVD. My favorite television show, once again, because I am all about animation, is actually Ben 10, which is what I've been watching obsessively on Netflix right now. I love the animation, the story is great, and the humor is just amazing. Those are probably my 2 favorites at the moment.
Very cool, very cool. Did you play with Legos as a kid?
I did. It's been a little while since I had gotten back into the sets, and the movie just rekindled that love of my childhood. I was all about it now again.
Yeah, I wish they made adult Legos because it made me want to play some. So, what's your website or anything that you want to plug?
Well, my website is crashbanglabs.com, and much akin to my friend, it has my links to my Facebook page, my Tumblr, and a couple of other various. I have a blog that I talk about conventions and Artist Alley stuff that I do. So it's all listed on that website.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the convention.
Thank you.
Great.
All right. So your name?
Biafra.
Okay. Yeah. Where are you from?
Bloomington, actually.
All right. And what is your favorite movie?
Maybe Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Awesome.
Nice
Good choice.
pick.
Yeah.
It's such a bummer that was such a flop because I love that movie.
Yeah, I love the comics, and I wish the movie incorporated more of the comics, but they had a low budget, so
I mean, the movie was well done. It's just a shame nobody went to see it.
Yeah.
What about show? What's your favorite show?
I guess right now it's still Attack on Titan, even though it hasn't been around that long. And,
okay, that's fine. That's
pretty popular for last summer's big thing.
Yeah, cool. And you, sir?
My name's Tom.
Tom?
I'm from Bloomington.
Okay. And your favorite movie is?
My favorite movie of all time, I think, has to be The Warriors.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
I guarantee you, even if you don't know what it is, you've heard people quote it before, mostly in movies.
Yeah.
And it is. I just think it's great. It's one of the greatest movies.
Awesome. And your favorite show?
Favorite show? That's a lot harder of a one.
I know, it's tough.
The last show that I watched the whole way through was Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm a big fan of animes and stuff, so
okay. Very cool.
They're all very different, so nailing down a particular overall favorite couldn't really tell you which one.
Absolutely. It's kind of hard to nail down an overall favorite in anything, really, but it's just kind of a fun question to ponder, really.
I think the last show that I was really into since Battlestar Galactica was New Girl.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
New Girl and Bob's Burgers were what I was catching myself up on.
Awesome.
There for the last
very
few
cool
minutes there.
Good shows.
Days, whatever. Sweet.
So tell me about, is it Linear Radio?
Linear Radio is our YouTube channel that we started just in January.
Nice.
We do game playthroughs, not walkthroughs, but playthroughs.
Okay.
And we also do podcasts.
Sweet.
Usually, they're usually around geek culture, sci-fi, comics, animes, movies. Doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could be about anything we really geek out about, but it's mostly those things. We also have a playlist of podcasts that are also political and issues and stuff for those people. I understand that most of our audience isn't going to go for that, but we have a geek on our staff that is into that, and that's what he geeks out about, so that's what we do.
That's perfect, yeah. Nice.
We also like, sorry, I got, a hair, like stray hair flew across the floor right into my face, but yeah, we try to do what our fans would, our small amount of fans that we have now would want us to play games or talk about. We take suggestions. We're basically there to serve
and
entertain.
Nice. And that's is it youtube.com/linear radio? Or?
Yeah, it's always confusing because there's a dash in between linear and radio.
Okay.
We all have our names are up there. There's 6 of us.
Cool.
We all have our little expertises that we all, our niches and things like that.
And awesome.
What's your thing? My thing is I was a casual game player turned casual enthusiast.
Okay.
So my thing is, as everyone else on this channel knows more about everything that we do than I do. So naturally, I'm the director. Naturally, right? Biafra here, he's
that's me.
he's mostly anime and console gaming. Rodrigo, our editor, he's PC and our editor. Brady, he's usually our he's PC. He has huge Steam library. So any computer games you usually see him playing, that's him. Jake is our music guy. He does a part of our podcast too with the music, and he's retro gaming. PJ is the political podcast and also retro gaming and whatever I want him to do, because I want him to play Halo 2 just for some reason, but just even though it's not retro and it's not new, and I was like, hey, this was the game when we were like becoming friends that was out, so I want to play this, and we tried playing it, and it's like not as fun as we thought it was.
That's disappointing to hear. We were roommates freshman year at college. That's how we met, just random.
We bonded over Halo 2.
Halo 2.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that was the thing, that there was like Halo 2 tournaments and like and like we picked it up and tried it, and we couldn't use it because the sound was like wrong, like the gameplay sound we could not separate from our voiceovers, so you cannot even hear us. But it was okay because we were like not really feeling it anyway that night, and so we do 80% of our channel, like I said, is gaming. Sweet. And we do computer game, PC games, console games, retro games. It doesn't matter. We're there to do all of it. We're not elitist about anything.
Fantastic.
Except for maybe us being the best. We're only the best.
Of course.
We're only the best for the people that like us.
Of course. Of course.
We're not better than anybody.
We're not like Let's Plays or anything. Like we're just playing the game and just like talking about whatever.
Sweet.
We're there for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But,
that's awesome.
Most people think it's like, oh, it's a Let's Play. Let's just kind of blow it over, but like
we kind of had some like
we had people complain.
We had one person complain. There's like I think we should focus on the game more, and it's like, well, we're trying to make it a little bit more fun for everybody.
Yeah.
Because you can be playing the game, like we want to give you a little bit more than just that.
Right.
You can't take it completely seriously all the time.
We also try to make it out to live events. Like this is our second live event we're doing.
Oh, nice.
So there'll be a video for each day that we're out here, and there'll be plenty of links for the people that went out of their way to talk to us.
Right.
Like you guys, we were walking by and you start talking to us. So so like there's like probably about 20 artists from each day who went out of their way to talk to us, or panelists we saw, because all of the panels we saw here were great. Like I'm
Kevin Eastman this morning.
What'd you say?
Did you guys go to Kevin Eastman this morning?
I don't think we did. Wait, what was his panel?
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Oh no, that was right after we had something else.
Okay.
I think we went to one of the panels and they didn't show up for some reason and no one knows why. So let's hope everything's okay because it was someone from Ohio and it was a pop culture panel about teaching pop culture.
I was there. Went to the same panel.
Yeah.
I was there for about 15 minutes and left.
Wow. Yeah, but after you left, one of the volunteers came in and they're like, I don't know why this person was coming from Ohio.
Wow.
They have not contacted us. And I was like, that's really weird.
Yeah,
that's really weird. So hopefully everything's all right with them.
Yeah.
Like, our first event was a land war.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was IU land war. It was a lot of fun.
That's
Everybody
awesome.
thought that I was going to go crazy and be crazy at land war. and then Brady, who is the main person on the PC's land war, he's yelling at people and
That's
yelling
awesome.
across the room and
That's
and
hilarious.
bouncing around being a plant.
Nice.
That was one of the major games that everybody played that time. It was Suicide or Survival, and it's like a variation of Prop Hunt. So you're just a plant and you try and blow up dudes who are shooting books at you.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
First of all, how you guys standing next to them somewhere? Okay, go ahead.
I know, it's tough. Yeah.
All right.
So your name?
I'm Gil T. Wilson.
Okay, Gil, it's nice to meet you.
Same here.
And you are with NerdUp, right?
NerdUp Podcast. That's
Okay.
right. I'm the creator of it, and several of our hosts are around here. And nerduppodcast.blogspot.com.
Okay.
Also on iTunes.
Awesome. And that's Indy.
No, well, actually,
Centralized?
I'm from Illinois. One of the hosts is from North Carolina. One from Chicago. One from Southern Illinois. So
Gotcha.
We're nationwide.
Cool. All right, Gil, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie of all time. That's a tough one, man. There's so many, but I'd have to say, honestly, the David Lynch Dune movie.
Nice. Okay. You don't hear that all that much. That's funny. Good
I try
choice.
to be original, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. I love originality. What about your favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? I would have to say right now is a cross between Doctor Who and Supernatural.
Okay.
I'm following both. Doctor Who most of all because it's been on the air for so long.
Sure. Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. Thank you, Gil. And we have Ben Riley here. Isaac was your name? Yep. Okay. Favorite movie?
Okay, favorite movie. That's a hard one. I'd say probably due to the recentness of it. It's probably not everyone's favorite movie right now.
Okay.
But Amazing Spider-Man 2 was
Nice. I'm a big defender of that movie. I love that movie. One of my good friends is over here, and he didn't like it all that much.
It
but
was
I was
really good.
I was a big fan,
Like,
yeah.
They had stupendous acting.
I didn't really like the first one all that much. Did you?
Yeah, that one was kind of boring, but
I feel like the second one made up for
Yeah.
the first one.
yeah.
Cool.
And then
And your favorite show?
favorite show right now would probably be Arrow.
Arrow?
on CW.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll start off. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Matt Quiett, and I am from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Cool. And what's the name of your podcast?
I am with Nerds Domain. We're the Nerds Domain podcast, and we also do Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun. Do you have a Twitter or a website?
You can find us at Nerds Domain on Twitter. We also have nerdsdom.com.
Okay.
Where we do reviews of books, podcasts, games, apps, TVs, and movies.
Very cool. Very cool. So we've been asking everybody what their favorite movie and favorite show is.
My absolute favorite movie of all time, and I'll tell you my number 2, and you might see why, is Cable Guy.
Oh,
I love Cable Guy. I think Jim Carrey is fantastic in it. It is a terribly dark movie, but I love it. And then my second favorite movie is Howard the Duck. Because I grew up in the 80s, and who doesn't love Howard the Duck?
Oh, okay, yeah. It was a little bit before my time. So, yeah.
Right on.
And what's your favorite show?
Oh, favorite TV show is that's a really tough one.
Yeah.
I'd have to go with either Justified or The Shield.
Oh, nice.
I love The Shield, but it's not going still, so it's a little harder to keep up on. But I like that darker, grittier feel to stuff. So a lot of stuff FX does is really, really good, and I really like that stuff.
That's great to hear. We haven't heard anybody say The Shield yet, and that's my other co-host Matt. That's like one of his favorite shows ever.
It's such a good show, and it's so appropriately depressing at the end.
Oh yeah, it was a good ending.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Right on. Thank you very much.
Good.
Okay. So what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Cody, and I'm from Indiana.
Cool. And you have a YouTube channel? Is that what you have?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel where we review conventions. It's actually what I'm kind of here doing now.
Awesome.
And it's convention reviews on YouTube. Just look it up.
Nice. Are you enjoying this one so far?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Cool. So what's your favorite movie and your favorite TV show?
I think my favorite movie is probably Avatar.
Okay, cool. I liked it too.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's awesome. And your favorite show?
Normal TV show, like non-anime, because I watch a lot of anime.
Yeah.
It's probably Lost.
Nice. That's the first Lost we've gotten so far.
Really?
Thankfully, because me and my other co-host love Lost. So
yeah, it's a great
cool to
show.
hear. Awesome. Yeah, well, check out your YouTube channel.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, so what's your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name's Katie, and I'm from Indianapolis.
Awesome, cool. And you have a YouTube channel?
Yes, it's actually Parallax Stella. On YouTube, I do gaming, Let's Plays, and I also do cosplay tutorials.
Awesome. Sounds great. So what's your favorite movie and favorite TV show?
My favorite movie would probably be Inception.
Nice.
I really liked the whole in-depth layer with dreams, and it was just the story was really great overall.
So cool, yeah.
Yeah.
And your favorite show? Or shows? Multiple?
Long term, I would say Lost, definitely.
Nice.
As of right now, I have a couple. There's Bob's Burgers.
Oh, nice.
It's just really great.
It's so fun.
And The Walking Dead, I recently just did a marathon on that, and it's really
Nice.
good.
Cool.
So-
All right, well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, start out with what's your name and where are you from?
My name is John Graham, and I'm from Brownsburg, Indiana.
Cool. And what's the organization you're part of?
I'm part of the Independent Show and the Independent Network.
Cool. And what all do you guys do? Just local artists and stuff like that?
Yeah, the Independent Show is on the west side of town on November and March are my two time frames. The website's independentshow.com.
Okay.
And it's about 30 local artists who try to teach comics to kids of all ages. So those of us that ever wanted to make a comic, we would go there and kind of interact with people and learn how it actually gets done.
Cool. Sounds great. So all weekend we've been asking everybody what their favorite movie is and what their favorite show is. So what are yours?
My favorite movie would be kind of obscure. It's called Nightbreed.
Okay.
It was a Clive Barker movie that came out in the 90s. It was kind of a horror, but it was pretty unique. So
Okay, cool. I like Clive Barker, so Hellraiser's awesome.
Excellent.
And
then,
what about your favorite show?
Favorite show?
It could be shows. It could be plural if you got more than one.
I'm a pretty easygoing guy, but I might sound a little dark here, but Dexter.
Oh, okay.
I really
cool.
enjoyed Dexter.
Yeah.
But I like The Idiot Abroad, which is a British show.
Okay, cool.
Funny and dark.
I've seen
I guess
that.
it's
Yeah.
that's kind of who I am. I don't know.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for stopping by.
All right, thank you very much.
Cool. Okay, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Christine Fellows. I'm from Kirtland, Ohio.
Okay, cool. So you had to travel a little bit to get here.
Yeah, about 6 hours.
Oh, wow. Cool. And so you're right across the aisle from us here. First of all, thank you for having a TARDIS, because I think we've gotten a lot of traffic from you guys. So
Awesome. Yeah,
that's
my
been
husband
great.
really enjoys building them. This
cool.
is his third TARDIS.
Oh, wow. Cool. And so do you guys have like a Facebook page or a website or something?
Yes,
for your...
we're Cross Time Traders, and you can find us on Facebook just like that, Cross Time Traders. And we have a website that's in development right now that's going to be crosstimetraders.com.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys got really cool looking stuff. So
Thank
looks great.
you.
Yeah.
We primarily do Renaissance fairs, and about 2 years ago we branched out into comic book conventions, and I have to say I love it.
Great. Awesome. I'm glad you're liking it. So we've been asking everybody what their favorite movie and favorite TV show is all weekend. Do you have one?
Favorite movie has always and will always be Princess Bride.
Oh, great choice.
Yes.
I love
and
that movie.
TV show, I'd have to say right now I'm still in the Doctor Who high from the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, me too. I love it. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, this is Calamity, and you're also from Ohio?
Yes.
Right there?
I'm originally from Ohio,
Okay.
Cleveland area.
Cool. And you're also with Cross Time Traders?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. And are you guys friends? Is that how you got started? Or?
Well, we started out as friends. I got a job with her 2 years ago, went off and worked for some other people, and now I'm back with her and
Cool.
having a great time.
Yeah, and Calamity's wearing a Dalek dress. And is the leather jacket a Ninth Doctor reference?
It sometimes is. It's
It is
actually
today.
just my convention, keep warm in the
Gotcha.
air conditioning thing.
Okay, cool. I love it. So we've been asking everybody all weekend what their favorite movie and favorite TV show is.
My favorite movie is Boondock Saints.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Love that
And my favorite TV show is probably Torchwood.
Oh, cool.
I'm a huge John Barrowman fan.
Oh, he's the best, isn't he? Yeah. Really little known fact that people don't know, he's in the movie The Producers, the remake. I don't know if you know he's in that movie. I laugh every time I see him with the blonde hair.
I haven't gotten to see the movie yet, but I didn't know he was in that one.
Oh, yeah, it's really funny. So, all right, well, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hey, do you like drinking?
Love it.
Do you like playing Dungeons & Dragons?
Absolutely.
Then there's a podcast for you.
Really?
DnDUI.com.
That's amazing.
DnDUI.com, a podcast and webcomic about drinking ourselves under the tabletop.
This is Matt Hurt at Obsessive Viewer on Twitter.
This is Tiny at ObsessiveTiny on Twitter.
And this is Mike White, and you can find me at I am Mike White on Twitter.
And this is the Obsessive Viewer live at Indy PopCon.
Dun, dun, dun. We've been talking about trying to get the song and figure out how to do the song with our mouths.
Yes.
And so I listened to it the other day, and I practiced a little bit. Nice. I got those 3 notes down.
Well done. Well done.
That'll work.
That was beautiful. You did Star Tissue proud.
I hope so.
So yeah, as we stated, we're here at Indy PopCon at our booth. We kind of have a little bit of downtime. We figured we'd record a quick little segment here as part of our. I don't know. Are we going to do this as part of our Summer of Sandler thing, or is it going to be disconnected from it?
I think this should be. This should be the kickoff.
This should be the kickoff. Yeah.
We're going to do kind of a retroactive weird thing here.
Yeah.
We're going to go all the way to the end of Adam Sandler's career, and then back around. I guess now is the time to say we're calling it the Summer of Sandler.
Yes, it's our summer-long project where we pretty much go in depth to the career. Into the career of Adam Sandler, and we pose the question:
the happened,
or was he ever good, or is he just a product of us seeing him at a young age, or
did we grow up and he refused to?
Yes,
we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So this is Saturday. This is day 2 of Indy PopCon here in Indianapolis, and last night after the convention we saw Blended. So we're going to kick off Summer of Sandler by discussing the movie that we saw last night, and then we will go back and discuss the rest of his films chronologically.
Right. We should say it's also the first movie we've seen and we're reviewing together as a group.
It is.
The 3 of us. That was pretty cool. And we went, and for a Friday night, an opening movie, it was 7:20. We saw the 7:20 screening, and there were maybe 30 people in the screen.
Probably.
Yeah.
It was disappointing, to say the least.
That's generous, 30.
30 is generous, I agree.
If you count the girls in the front, they were talking throughout it, so there was.
Do they count as 2 each?
Probably. Yeah.
And plus, it was in Brownsburg, which not a huge town or
That's
anything.
true.
That's true.
Small theater.
Good
It's not a big Adam Sandler draw around Brownsburg.
Plus, coming off the cusp of Godzilla and all that, so I mean, it had some tough competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it not being like...
And X-Men, really.
And X-Men, yeah. X-Men's still going strong, which we'll talk about at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's too early to tell. Like Matt said, it's Saturday right now, so we have no idea what the box office is.
Right.
But early critical reviews are not great.
Yeah, yeah. And, when walking out of the theater, all 3 of us, we had an interesting take on it. Each of us had an interesting point of view on it. And I guess we can go into what we thought of the movie one by one. Does that work for you guys?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Who wants to kick it off? Tiny, you're like the most dissenting opinion, I think. So.
Yeah, pretty much. I thought it was really, really bad. I thought it was actually... I think maybe Grown Ups is sort of a benchmark for like recent Adam Sandler.
Sure.
And so I said I liked it less than Grown Ups.
Mm-hmm.
I think I even liked it less than Grown Ups 2.
Interesting.
Which is, again, saying something. I couldn't get... there were a few genuine laughs from me, but a lot of it was like courtesy laughs. At the very least, we should laugh a lot. Especially at stuff that Adam Sandler says. I'm not a big Drew Barrymore fan, but she can be okay. She can be kind of funny sometimes. So,
right.
I was expecting a little bit from her. I got next to nothing from her.
You said,
in my opinion,
you say at the very least we should laugh, and I think that's a good springboard for something we might talk about. We might be able to push it later on in the episode, but I don't think that is his chief purpose for making movies anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's an interesting viewpoint we kind of have to go in with movies. I said this last night after we saw the movie, and I'm sure we'll see it as we go through the Sandler retrospective. But I really think he's making movies for his kids.
That was definitely evident in this movie.
Yeah.
It absolutely was.
I think he's doing it for money and vacations as well.
That too. And he said that. He said the last few he's done. He wants to go to Hawaii. He wants to go to Africa. And he goes.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know. And we talked a little bit about this. And Mike, this might be pushing the conversation forward a little bit.
Sure.
But you talked about how like you're married, and you will one day raise a family.
Yeah. One day.
You'll name, if you have a son, I'm sure you'll name him Matt. I'm positive of that, obviously.
No, we're going to name him Adam after Adam Sandler.
You bastard.
Yeah.
No. So, it's... I mean, if you want to talk about your experience... Like, do you think that if you had seen this, maybe...
Here's what I said.
Okay, yeah, go right
Here's
ahead.
what I said. You're fishing for something, and I know exactly what you're alluding to. We saw the movie last night, and I guess we'll go with my opinion next. Tiny didn't like the movie. He thought it was worse than Grown Ups. Grown Ups 2 is still the benchmark for worst Sandler movie ever, and one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So anyway, I kind of liked Blended. I thought it was cute, to be honest with you. And that might give people pause when they hear me say that it was cute. But I told you guys last night that something happens when you get married. And not that I'm saying I'm in any rush to have kids, but you start to find those types of things cute. And I think what I liked about the movie, the joke density was poor. You're right in that aspect.
Yeah.
It was very, very not funny often. And that's disappointing, especially considering where he came from.
Yeah.
But what I appreciated about it were the sappy moments. I think they were well done. And I even said last night after we saw the movie that I think the best scenes were when he was with his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that comes through because he's a dad.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. Those were the best parts of the movie, especially the youngest daughter. She was absolutely adorable.
There was a good heartfelt arc there for that character too. The youngest daughter. That was a big draw of it for me as well. But
yeah. It wasn't enough for me. the cute stuff just wasn't enough for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Were there jokes that hit their mark? What did you like?
There's a joke at the end. I don't really want to say it. I don't know if it'd be a spoiler, but
right, I wouldn't say it.
It's said by one of the kids, which surprised me. I wasn't really expecting one of the kids to really have good jokes because, like I said it before, kids usually suck in movies.
Right.
These ones the kids in this movie were pretty decent. So I liked some of the jokes at the end. A couple of the kind of one-liners that Adam Sandler had. Some of them were kind of good, but for the most part, it all just felt that they used a lot of really cheap, lowest common denominator physical comedy.
Absolutely,
like stuff that you would see on Nickelodeon.
Absolutely,
and it's just it's getting unforgivable for me to see that still.
It's lazy filmmaking, and that's my biggest thing. That's why we're doing this podcast. Is we used to love him so much, or I used to love him so much, and now he's just so lazy, and that's so clear in all the movies he does, even his best work since probably Reign Over Me. He's been lazy, just lazy.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and go into what I thought about the movie. The comedy there was. It was kind of interesting to me because the first half hour or so, it's all Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore in whatever city they're in. I don't know if it's mentioned.
I feel like it might have been Boston.
Yeah,
because he was wearing a Boston Strong hat.
Yeah, so
I don't remember.
Yeah, so anyway, they're in America, and their whole kind of not necessarily meet cute, but it's their scenes together. I thought were really charming, really. Kind of like they don't really like each other. The setup is that they were on a blind date and it didn't go well. And then they run into each other, and I thought that was pretty good. It was. I mean, it isn't the best thing ever, but I mean, I thought it was pretty against what my expectations were. And once they went to Africa, it was just a sharp turn. It was. I liked the stuff in Africa for the most part. For the most part, I thought the movie was okay. It was like Mike said, it was cute, but there was something about that jarring kind of thing. It's like, yeah, we're going to Africa, and then there's like 4 frames of just like a plane or just not even a plane, just shots of Africa, like the safari and all that stuff, and then boom, they're in Africa. And I was like, that kind of...
Well, what did you want to see?
I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird. That felt more like a trailer kind of thing.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm nitpicking totally. But anyway.
Yeah.
There
are far worse things
in
the movie than the...
Yeah, but I was kind of jarred by that. But some of the cute stuff I like too. And I'm not married. I'm single, ladies, if you're interested. But no. So
all the single ladies. All the single ladies.
But I do have
Put your hands up.
I do have a couple young nephews. I've mentioned them on the podcast before. So I love them to death, and I hang out with them all the time. So kind of that cute like kid stuff that happens in the movie, it resonated with me a little bit. Like him teaching the kid how to play, how to hit the ball.
Oh, the baseball. Yeah, that was awesome.
I thought that was a great scene, and I was like, yeah, that's. My nephews are really young, so they suck at baseball. But no, it's like that kind of spoke to me. I was like, I was digging it, and then, the rest of the movie it defied my expectations. I'm curious how I'll feel about it when I revisit it, or when I revisit my feelings after going through Sandler's catalog. But I want to talk, at least for a moment, about the gross mishandling and how the movie grossly missed the mark with Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Terry Crews is nearly as funny as he thinks he is.
Really?
Well, he's good on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I should say. Let me take that back. I don't think he is as funny as Adam Sandler thinks he is.
Okay, yeah. I love him on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think he's fantastic on that show.
Yeah.
And I wish that there was like in the movie, he's completely one note. It's just him singing throughout with a like a band of people singing with him.
Yeah.
And it's just really, it happens so much throughout the movie. It's kind of like they were going for There's Something About Mary, that mariachi band that plays throughout the movie, if you guys remember that. Yeah. And then also I think, or I might be mistaken. Yeah, that, and also Heartbreak Kid also. But yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Heartbreak Kid.
I think that's what you were going for.
What did you say?
There's Something About Mary.
Something About Mary. Okay, yep.
Yeah, Terry Crews was one note, and they never really hit that note. I don't think.
They really didn't.
It was egregious. I feel like they set the film in Africa, and then Adam Sandler was like, "Oh, that's right, I have black friends. I want him to be in the movie now." So that's what it felt like, and I don't fault Terry Crews at all, because the material was just so bad.
Yeah, I don't fault him either, and I kind of liked his involvement. I liked the idea that this obnoxious guy would sing, and then they would have the dancers. My problem is none of the songs were funny.
No, none of them were.
And if they were funny, I could almost forgive how pointless those scenes were.
Yeah, yeah, and they really were pointless. It was really, it drove away from the movie for me, and they kind of, that wasn't the worst part of it though. I mean, like we talked last night, like this isn't a spoiler, but all I'll say is the monkey band.
Yeah.
What was that? That was just really just.
And the great thing about it is all three of us didn't like it. And no, I don't think anyone else in the theater laughed, except for maybe a couple courtesy laughs at that part.
Yeah.
I think everyone recognized it as stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I want to say quickly, there's kind of a state on the a statement on the on the audience's part, was that they were laughing at some of the worst stuff.
Well,
did you notice that?
There were also teenagers
in
the theater. Ugh. And we all know that the worst people in the world are teenagers.
You're right, Mr. White. So I mean, I'm not going to fault anyone's sense of humor, but mine's better than everyone's.
Yeah, of course.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
But yes, and then Tiny, you mentioned it's set in Africa, so he has boyfriends.
Yeah.
So what I felt it was like was that I felt like Adam Sandler went into the movie thinking, well, I have all this money from Grown Ups 2 or Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2 and everything, and I'm a pretty big name. I've never been to Africa. Let's shoot a movie in Africa.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
And then there were parts.
He's checking off places. He's checking off locations,
which he's actually admitted to.
He has admitted to it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
he
has.
like someone turned in the script for the movie 50 First Dates, and he said, "Well, why don't we just set it in Hawaii?"
Why?
He literally said that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He really did.
Is
it awesome?
I can respect it as someone who
He's
wants
so
to see
lazy. He's so lazy, and that's what I know. We haven't even started our retrospective yet, but I'm sure that I'm going to conclude that he's just lazy, and that's what breaks my heart. It's like he doesn't have to work for it anymore, and he's just lazy.
I have a problem with an artist making a decision like that that has nothing to do with the art. It is strictly okay. If you do it for money, I can sort of understand it, but if you're doing it just for a selfish reason, like, I kind of want to see what Hawaii's like.
Right.
That's just that's egregious.
The question I'll pose going into the Summer of Sandler series is there a quantifiable difference between an artist being lazy and an artist lacking creativity? Because Sandler's been at this for a long time. He's got some good ones under his belt, some other ones that haven't aged well under his belt, and some just atrocities under his belt.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, should we fault him for wanting to do something for him while also turning a buck on it?
Maybe once.
Yeah.
Or twice.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
That's all he's doing now.
Maybe once or twice, but he did a sequel to Grown Ups.
Yeah.
Which was Grown Ups was the one.
Yeah, which was his first sequel ever.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So, I don't know. And I mean, is there something to say about that he doesn't go into sequels or franchising?
You mean in his favor? Is there something good to say about that?
Yeah, something good to say about that, because you have movies any number of movies could have been easily franchisable, if that's a word.
Sure.
In his canon, but he didn't. I mean, I'm sure.
That's because early Sandler was all the Sandler franchise.
Uh-huh.
It was almost like Happy Gilmore feels like the same movie as Billy Madison.
Right, that's true.
And they're all it's kind of like, let's take a quirky character and he has one quirky quality, and let's run with that. So it would be weird to see a Waterboy sequel because they're all the same.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I watched The Daily Show, and they had Drew Barrymore on there promoting this, the movie Blended, and I appreciated her perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I shared, but she was talking about how she was really attracted to this script for this movie because of the place that she's at in her life. I think when they filmed this, she may have been pregnant.
Okay.
Or because when she was on Daily Show, she had just had a baby like a month before.
Okay.
So she was saying how she's at the point in her life where the qualities that she would look for in a significant other fit the qualities of these characters. She wants a guy. They talked about in the movie how
99% about your kids,
exactly.
1% for yourself,
exactly.
Which I think is pretty cute.
I do too.
I agree. It's a good and that's a compliment I'm trying to give both her, the script, and the movie, is that they stuck to that and they found. I think those are perspectives and aspects that appeal to a particular audience, and I can't fault them for that. I think they could have done it a little better.
Yeah, and Tiny, you mentioned that you don't like Drew Barrymore, and I've never really been a big fan of hers either. How'd you feel about her in this movie? Because I thought she was pretty charming.
Oh man, no, just so much no. I've liked her a couple times.
Okay.
I can't fault her when she was a kid, like E.T. and all the other stuff she was in.
She was great in E.T., and I feel like she's still doing Gertie. Like, she's still doing that weird, quirky character. I don't think she's a good actress. I think she's tricked us into thinking she is. and we keep watching her in these movies, and she's just weird. There's a quality I don't understand about her when I'm watching Drew Barrymore that just sounds not genuine at all.
When I heard she was cast in Charlie's Angels, my jaw hit the floor. I was just like, why? There's so many actresses who would be so much better for something. Not that I give a damn about the Charlie's Angels franchise. I don't even think I've seen them.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I don't understand her appeal, why people are so attracted to her. I'm usually just kind of indifferent towards her.
Yeah.
Every once, like she was in the first Poison Ivy movie. I think they've recasted her character in like the sequels.
I don't even remember. I never saw.
Oh, she wasn't she?
Is that the movie's called Poison Ivy?
Poison Ivy, yeah.
Oh, yeah, where she's like trying to. She kind of.
Alyssa Milano is in a Poison Ivy movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
One or two. Yeah, Drew Barrymore is the main character. I thought you said Poison Ivy. I thought you were talking about Batman and Robin.
No.
I was like, well, no, but she is in Batman Forever.
Or is that like Love? No,
she's in Batman Forever as Two-Face's good half. Main squeeze.
Drew Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore is.
Really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Anyways, she in that movie, it was different. She was kind of a good seductress, I guess.
Sure.
I appreciated that, seeing her branch out to do something like that. Maybe a little misogynistic of me to point to something so clearly misogynist. But she's been good a few times, but mostly I can't get behind what she does. I don't.
Right.
Like Mike said, I just don't think she's a very good actress.
No.
Can we talk about Joel McHale for a second?
Joel McHale's chest.
It's funny. He plays such a good jerk.
He really does.
Just generally speaking, but he's so charming and everything.
Yeah.
He's so charming that it's like. I don't know how to phrase this. This is going to sound weird, but I want him to like me. I want to work for his affection or his acceptance or whatever.
And that's his whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That is his whole thing, and he is doing it exactly right. He does it on Community. He's done it in every movie I've seen, including Spider-Man 2 when he's talking to Aunt May.
Toaster?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
The soup is a big one for him with that.
Yeah. That smile could just lights up a room.
I know.
He has the most beautiful 5 o'clock shadow throughout so much of Community. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You're saying that while you're looking at me, you ass.
Well, you have a great beard going.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you
I
do.
like your beard.
Well, I appreciate that. It's only because I haven't shaved in a while. You might
glorious.
say I'm doing my Adam Sandler impression and just being lazy.
I've always been jealous of your beard, Mike.
Thanks.
I said that before the movie started.
Oh, man.
Which, by the way, small tangent, and we talked about this last night, but I want to put you on the spot. Knowing the specifics or whatever, but you audibly gasped when the Step Up trailer came out.
Okay. Oh, my God. On the Guilty Pleasures episode, if you listen to the show regularly, you know that Step Up 3D is one of my guilty pleasures, and it's definitely in my top 500 movies I've ever seen.
I'm so glad you said 100 there.
Yeah, 500 movies. And so, yeah, it was definitely one of the... How's it going?
How you doing?
Got some visitors.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So when Step Up All In... Is Step Up All In the fourth one or the fifth one now?
Fifth one, I believe. I believe the fourth one is Revolution.
Okay.
Yes.
What's To the Streets?
The second one.
Okay.
Yes.
Talking about the Step Up movies.
It's where they step up to the streets.
Okay. So the fifth Step Up movie came on the screen, and like I said about Step Up 3, I really just liked the dancing, because the dancing was awesome.
We're getting quizzical looks at our booth.
Step Up movies kind of like Fast and Furious.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Fast and Furious of dancing. Whoa.
Wow.
Sorry, I farted. Say it again.
I said it's kind of like Fast and Furious. I mean, so many of them, you don't know which one you're watching, and you're not going to finish watching it when it comes on.
That's exactly right. This is the one with Vin Diesel.
This is basically Step Up is kind of like the Fast and Furious of estrogen.
Yeah.
Hey. Like
the Fast and Furious of dancing.
A dancing baby or something driving a car, you know? Like on a planet of aliens or something, or is that like a cross between, Fast and Furious, Riddick, and Step Up or something?
Yeah, I'd watch it.
Same movies.
I'd watch it.
I would too.
Hey, have you seen, did you see Blended with Adam Sandler?
Not yet. I'm planning on seeing it, though. It looks pretty funny.
Okay, how do you feel about Adam Sandler?
He's funny at times. I mean, now that he got older, he's doing like a lot of the family-friendly movies. So
absolutely,
that's right. That's exactly what we've been saying.
Yeah,
awesome.
We're planning a Summer of Sandler series. Yeah, if you want to get some cards and stuff.
Yeah. We have to promote, guys.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
that's why we're here.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping
by. Take it easy.
Thanks.
Enjoy the con.
So yeah. I'm not genuinely excited about Step Up. Settle down.
You're a little excited.
I am. I didn't even see the fourth one, so I can't tell you that I'm genuinely excited. But if somebody bought me a Blu-ray, I would watch it.
Yeah. If one of our listeners donated a Blu-ray to Mike,
I would watch it and review it.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I need to do a Step Up retrospective.
Yes, you really do.
I would love that.
I'm on it. I couldn't make it through the second movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I've seen one of them. Was Channing Tatum was in the first one, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw
Chan. Yeah.
Channing Tatum.
And Sharni Vinson after the first one, right? In like most of them after.
Sure. I don't know who that is.
She was in You're Next.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's the final girl in You're Next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, Adam Sandler.
Yes, Adam Sandler. He's not in any of the Step Up movies, so we don't need to cover those.
What about Kevin Nealon?
Yeah. When we dropped you off last night, Mike.
Speaking of one note.
He has the comedic prowess to steal this show.
Yeah.
But the script did not provide that for me.
Oh man, it seems like I think maybe he was slightly hampered by the fact that this was PG-13.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely a rated R kind of guy, but still, I feel like they just had to reel him in. Like he was just I feel like on the set he probably made some great jokes.
Yes.
And there's probably tons of Kevin Nealon all over the cutting room floor of this movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like most of it probably should be in the movie to make it so much better.
Absolutely.
He's hysterical if you really let him go.
I wanted to talk about the PG-13-ness of the movie. And this is something I think we should touch on in all of the movies we talk about. Most of Adam Sandler's movies are PG-13.
Yeah.
Okay, and I just recently I showed a lot of his movies. I showed The Waterboy, I showed Big Daddy, I showed Mr. Deeds, and I showed 50 First Dates in school, about 4 times each. Right, so I've been going through those, and I felt bad for some of my students because they say shit very, very often.
Yeah.
And you guys might disagree. I think we talked about this afterwards. I don't think they said very many shits at all.
I don't think
there was one middle finger, but I know of one specific instance where a shit would have been appropriate, and they used the word crap twice.
And there was also that scene where the kid sees Adam Sandler in Africa, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then the kid or the Drew Barrymore catches him, and he's like, "Fudge is he doing here?"
Yeah. So it's just more evidence, like I've been saying the whole time, and like our guest said, he's just going for the kids.
Yeah.
How could you forget the wonderfully comedic scene where they show 2 rhinos having sex?
Oh, that was totally highbrow.
I'm guessing that's at least PG-13.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true. I don't know. I guess I'm just talking about language, and he used to say words like blowjob and douchebag, and he's definitely more tame. He's totally a family man, and like I said, you see it in the scenes that he's working with kids.
Yeah.
And
how about the kids, by the way?
I liked the girls. I thought the girls were really good. The boys were a little much for me.
Yeah.
For the most part. But, I've seen movies that are much worse with child actors in them.
Yeah, it's very stereotypical. I mean, not uninventively stereotypical. I didn't really appreciate it, to be honest.
Right.
Again, the girls were good, especially the youngest daughter, probably 5 or 6, maybe 7.
Totes adorbs.
She tugged at the heartstrings.
Yeah. Also, the emotional hook of the story, I would say.
And the middle daughter was kind of going. She was still dealing with the loss of Adam Sandler's life. Spoiler alert.
Which was a cute arc.
It was. I appreciated it, and I think especially the comeuppance of that, the climax of that storyline was actually really well done. It's a nice moment.
She has a thing. You're just gonna have to put a spoiler tag on this episode. She does this thing where she leaves seats at tables and she leaves beds for her mom. She can see her mom, and I'm doing air quotes because she misses her so much. And you might expect that there's a scene where Drew Barrymore reacts to that, and that was cute as a button.
Yeah, yeah. And it was part of the charm of the movie for me was how forgive me for this, how Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler blended. And they
Fuck
crossed. But part of the charm was how they kind of interacted with each other's kids.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was one of the strongest parts for me in the movie. Especially, I don't want to get personal or anything, but especially like Adam Sandler kind of like taking care of the boys of Drew Barrymore's sons. Because I've like I said, I have nephews. Their dad is the worst person on the planet, but so parts of me is like, okay, well, I'm there for them, all that stuff, and I take care of them and stuff, and I kind of feel like that kind of warmth and feeling that like Adam Sandler showcased in like one of, I think what we mentioned last night was like one of the only times he actually acted. I think, Mike, you said that. I don't know if you were talking about this, but just like when he's hanging out with the kids, when he's taking care of them. I thought that was a really nice touch, and that kind of is what kind of hooked me into that storyline in that movie, and I thought that it was pretty good.
I like one of his daughters is in her bedroom, and the little daughter comes up and says something, and he lifts her up and says something about dinner. What does he say? Mac and cheese? Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
That's something Sandler does a lot that I think we're going to find. When he cuts out of a scene, he does a lot of, like, he'll bring something up. It's almost like he's trying to create more quotable moments, because he hasn't done a really quotable movie in probably a decade.
Yeah.
His older movies were incredibly quotable, so he doesn't do that so much anymore, and it feels like when he'll cut out of a scene, he's trying to do a quotable. That's awesome.
Oh,
our friend Rob, you might remember him from the Pixar podcast, just bought a Hylian shield from Legend of Zelda.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so, so he'll do the thing where he'll say a statement and then repeat it in his Adam Sandler growl.
Yeah.
Oh, some mac and cheese. And then he'll cut out of a scene. But to your point, Matt, if the point of the movie is to show a family blending, if that was what he set out to do in the movie, and you said it, he did it perfectly.
Yeah.
So while we might not have enjoyed all of it, I think he did what he set out to do more than he's done in any movie in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the even the ancillary characters, the side characters like Kevin Nealon and his wife, the blending of them, like they have like little bits in that one scene in particular was kind of overdone. It was kind of just a little much, but some of that was kind of nice. Yeah, and I think there was a 51st Dates reference, I believe. I haven't seen 51st Dates yet.
Hi, I'm Tim.
Yeah, there you go.
Tom.
Alan Covert.
Yeah.
Tom. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Tom.
I didn't recognize which movie it was from. I couldn't think of what it was from until after we
10
left.
Second Tom.
Yeah.
51st Dates, yeah.
So I really wanted to laugh. I was sitting there anticipating laughs, and I just didn't get that many. Maybe a couple.
Yeah.
So
I'll give you that. Yeah, there weren't that many.
Yeah. So chalk it. You can kind of chalk some of my disappointment up to just me not getting what I want, which is maybe a little unfair, but that's just how I feel.
You paid for the ticket. It didn't deliver. I feel that your disappointment is warranted.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure. The weird thing, the complaint is that he hasn't. I don't know. What do we want? What is this?
For the raffle?
If you go by there at the raffle after 6 o'clock, you may have won something.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Huh.
Is that
Sweet.
for us, or are we holding them?
Can we win a Wii U? Go find out how to win a Wii U.
I want to win Rachel Moore. Is she up for... She's our neighbor at the convention here.
You're leaving?
Great.
Okay. Well, we'll see you in a few hours. That's amazing. Take it easy. Are you going to be at their house all night? All right.
Cool.
Take it easy, boys.
See ya.
See ya. So
what the hell was I talking
Alan
about?
Covert.
Just we have to wonder what do we want out of an Adam Sandler movie? Do we want him to grow with us?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want him to keep making Billy Madison for the kid? And like when we go to see an Adam Sandler movie, are we hoping to see the Adam Sandler we remember as a kid? What are we trying to see? Now, I do understand he has made crappy movies.
Yeah.
Grown Ups is a bad movie. Despite what we wanted from it and despite what he was trying to do for us, it is a bad movie. I don't know that Blended is a bad movie, but I get that you didn't get what you wanted. So what do we want? What?
I feel like there was a certain magic with 90s Sandler, which we're going to open the series with the talk about 90s Adam Sandler, but I feel like there was some kind of magic in that. I don't know if that's intrinsically due to our age at that time, and our place in our lives, or if it's indicative of the quality of work he was putting into his projects at that time. But there was something about it that made him obviously like pop, and he exploded in the 90s.
Yeah.
So what I'm wanting, I don't know if I necessarily want that, because I do like that he's dabbled in some drama, some dramatic roles, stuff like that. But it's
Rain Over Me, Spanglish. Funny People was fantastic.
Yeah.
Basically anything he's not in charge of.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's I don't know what we're looking for really, and I think maybe we'll find what we're looking for as we go through the rest of his canon, but
That's a good point.
But it's just he's grown. I don't want to say he's grown as an actor, but he's grown, and everyone's going to groan when they say this. He's grown up, and his
leave the booth.
Yeah, I'm saying like he's gone from the blowjob jokes, the poop jokes or whatever,
douchebag kangaroo.
Yeah, to he's transitioned from making movies like that are more fun for kids.
Just got another.
So this one is.
They're all the same thing.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
So one of those three.
I could win 3 Rachel Horse.
I could win 3 Wii U's.
And that's at 6?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, okay, cool.
Cool. Hey, do you guys like Adam Sandler movies?
Did you used
to? What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Happy Gilmore.
Nice.
What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Oh man, probably Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, all right.
Okay.
That'll work.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. So, I think that he's, and like Mike, when I said that he's grown up, you shook your head no.
Well, no, I was shaking your head at the joke, but also I don't think he's grown. Well, he has grown up.
He has.
He's a family man now.
Yeah. So, it's kind of he was making not necessarily kid-friendly movies in the 90s, but they were geared to, like, kids ate them up.
Mm-hmm. They did. It was almost like Forbidden Fruit. It was like pre-American Pie, hide from your parents types of movies.
That's true, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how he transitioned from making, like, the kind of fun for kids, but the adults kind of, use your own discretion and letting your kids see it kind of movies, to making movies for kids as a parent.
I'm excited to see when his kids grow up where his movies are going to go.
Yeah, that's true.
Can we take a step back? I want to talk about how I said this before, I didn't believe that his eldest daughter, his 16-year-old daughter, who he called Larry, short for Hillary, I didn't believe that people confused her for a boy. Because she's beautiful.
It's Hollywood quality suspend your disbelief type crap.
Okay,
is what it was.
Yeah. The middle child kind of looked like a boy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would go so far as to say that it wasn't so much that they confused her for a boy, but they confused her for a boy so often.
Yeah.
It happened way too much in the movie.
That's an Adam Sandler trope right there.
Yeah.
To hit a joke so hard that you hate him by the end of the movie.
Yeah. And again, I don't know if that's due to lack of creativity or just laziness.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Matt, do you have favorite jokes from the movie?
Favorite jokes from the movie? We saw it, 15 hours ago? 15, 16 hours ago? And that's another thing is I don't think it was really that memorable. There wasn't really much going on. There was a joke that Tiny referenced that was kind of toward the end that it's something a kid says at a sporting event at the end of the movie that he says this line and I laughed at it, but I don't know why. It was such a stupid line that made no sense why anyone would say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I still laughed. I don't know if it was a courtesy laugh. I don't know if it was a laugh out of genuine amusement, but it was kind of, I don't know. So that could be it, but I also got a kick out of any time you saw the the older son of Drew Barrymore's older son. Not to spoil it, but there's shots of him in his sleep with an expression on his face that made me laugh every time.
I also thought there are two scenes in particular where they use music, just a couple of needle drops, and when Adam Sandler's character's eldest daughter gets a makeover, right, and she comes down the stairs and they play songs. I won't say what songs they are because that's kind of part of the fun, but songs based on the perspective of the people on the screen as they're reacting to her coming down the stairs, and I thought that was done very well. They do it again later. There's a callback to it, but there's a callback to it, but then they add a little bit to it, and I think that I laughed the hardest at that. That was pretty funny.
You know, that was good. That was good. I did genuinely like that, and that was one of the rare things of a joke that worked that wasn't overplayed. Like they did it twice. And that was just the perfect amount for that joke. And I really liked that gag.
Yeah, my favorite joke is the one that Matt talked about, but my second favorite it was a running gag, was Kevin Nealon was married to a young girl, and she had no way to, you can't really tiptoe around it. She had a nice rack, and she kept like shimmying. And like all the boys and stuff were like enamored by it. It was really funny.
That was funny.
I enjoyed it. It was pretty cheap and kind of juvenile, but I don't know. It was enough, I guess.
It was funny.
I liked it. Yeah.
Wendy McLendon-Covey plays the best friend of Drew Barrymore's character, and you know what? I usually don't like her, and I didn't like her in Bridesmaids.
Oh man.
Oh, you liked her?
I loved her when she was like, "There is semen on everything."
Yeah, I guess that was funny.
She had some good jokes in that.
I don't know why. I said I don't like her. I guess I do. But
she's a big personality.
She is a big personality. That might be my problem. But I thought she was pretty funny in this one. I was impressed.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I thought she was
probably the exact opposite. That felt like she was the female version of Kevin Nealon in this. They just had to reel her in because usually I think she's hilarious, and especially on Reno 911. Yeah, she was funny on that. I liked her a lot.
That's true.
I think this was a poor version of her, unfortunately. And
I feel
not her fault. The material.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I wonder if you feel that way, or at least maybe I feel like she was over the top because Drew Barrymore is so bad at what she does that her being actually funny kind of because Drew Barrymore is not good, it kind of seems like her friend was over the top, but really she was just actually good.
Okay.
I don't know, that's not a professional criticism, but
yeah, I feel like what the movie kind of, I don't know if it was missing it, but it was kind of like, I mean, you had Shaq. The basketballer.
Yeah. The basketballer. He was star of Kazam and Steel.
I feel like he was kind of the Adam Sandler equivalent of Wendy, whatever's name, character, because he was like the buddy of Adam Sandler. That, and I mean, he got far less screen time than she did. And I thought it was okay. I thought he was all right.
Yeah, he was. It was funny that he was in the movie.
He did as well as you would think Shaq would do in a late... I almost said late term. In a later Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
So, so that you know...
It was good. I meant to see it with my wife, and to be honest, if she wants to go see a movie, I would see it again in theaters.
Nice. I thought it was okay. I got a kick out of it. I was amused by it. I don't know how much of that amusement is based on my surprise at how amused I was by it. I don't know how it will hold up to repeat viewings, and I'm not entirely sure. I want to find out.
I wouldn't watch it again on an airplane if it was the only selection.
That's funny.
Well done.
Very cool.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Well, that's Blended. Thanks for listening, guys. I don't know how I'm going to cut this together.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Thanks for listening to our second Indy PopCon episode of the Obsessive Viewer podcast. Like I said at the beginning in the intro, you can find us on Twitter at Obsessive Viewer, at ObsessiveTiny, and at I am Mike Quiett. Also like us on Facebook, rate and review us on iTunes, email us at Matt at ObsessiveViewer.com, Tiny at ObsessiveViewer.com, or Mike at ObsessiveViewer.com. Thank you so much to everyone that contributed to this episode. Nerd Caliber, DnDUI Podcast, Indiana Toy and Comic Expo, Project Nerd, Cloudy Sky Comics, Not Another Teen Wolf Podcast, Hypable.com, We Are Libertarian, Circle City Ghostbusters, The Secular Perspective, The Nerds You're Looking For Podcast, Tiny T-Rex Studios, Crash Bang Labs, Linear Radio, NerdUp Podcast, Nerds Domain, Convention Reviews, Parallax Stella, Independent Show, and Crosstime Traders. You guys were fantastic. It was great meeting all of you, and I'm excited to get to know you guys better. That about does it. Like I did with the last episode, if you are listening to this and you are a podcaster yourself and want to do a promo swap, I've included our 3 promos for the Obsessive Viewer at the end of this. So if you want to send us yours, we'd be more than happy to throw it into our show. All right, that about does it. Thank you, guys. Next week we'll have an extended potpourri episode that was recorded live at the booth, and then we'll wrap up the Indy PopCon episodes with a big wrap up episode with all of the PopCon attendees interviews that we did. We got a ton of them. Like I've already got it all pretty much set up. I've been editing 4 episodes at once, and it's been kind of hectic. But we've got over 50 interviews from PopCon attendees that we'll get to you on Friday, next Friday. So, all right, thanks for listening, guys, and check out the promos. And check out everyone that contributed to this episode. All the links are in the show notes. Thanks for listening, guys. Listen to The Obsessive Viewer, a weekly topic-driven movie and TV podcast featuring 3 guys who love watching stuff.
Who, every time Jasper came on screen, she would go, "Oh, Jasper."
It's a reality show called Tanked.
Tanked?
Tanked.
So we're going to start all the podcasts with a talk about my dog?
Yeah, totally.
Every opinion I have of you just changed.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at ObsessiveViewer.com. Listen to The Obsessive Viewer, a weekly topic-driven movie and TV podcast featuring 3 guys who love watching stuff.
I'm glad that he used the word icon, because that film is absolutely part of, film iconography.
And he really made the movie I think he set out to make successfully and did it well. The problem I have is it's just not for me.
Today we're talking about tragedy on the screen.
Yeah, get your boxes of Kleenex ready, listeners.
No, wait, our porn episode isn't until next season.
Dang it, my bad.
Oh, nice. Very well played, Matthew.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at ObsessiveViewer.com. Listen to The Obsessive Viewer, a weekly topic-driven movie and TV podcast featuring 3 guys who love watching stuff. I kind of like that line, but it's also like, you didn't make it rain, dude.
Yeah. And for the first third and the last third of that movie, he absolutely stuck to that vision.
Schedule mismanagement and just complete short-sightedness on a network's standpoint.
All the other characters on the show are so multi-dimensional and so larger than life that he just seems like he's nothing.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at ObsessiveViewer.com.